Good girl. I can't use it to record, but that's okay. Hello, anyone who is listening, and thank you so much if you are. My name is Kim Cunningham, and I am a self-proclaimed gourmet pet food chef, and I have founded Kelpie to give me a sane reason to cook said gourmet pet food. In all seriousness, Kelpie is about basic animal nutrition, and providing people the means to cook cute and unique recipes for their individual fur / scaly / feathery / whatever babies. In today's video, I will be showing how to make a turkey pot pie. Due to the grains involved, this recipe is intended for dogs. However, it can be modified to also fit cats. I will be making a cat-friendly version of this recipe though very, very soon. Thank you so much, and please enjoy. So, for this recipe, I purchased a raw 4-pound turkey breast. It's important to avoid ready-made meat due to all the other salts and seasonings which can cause serious health problems for your puppo. Also, this way, you can directly monitor the calories your dog is consuming. The only drawback is, unless you're a professional gourmet food chef like I am, you're going to struggle cutting through this stupid bird and will end up spending an embarrassing amount of time butchering it until you finally admit defeat and have to go grab the kitchen scissors. But you can hide your shame by cutting those parts out when editing. I bagged up the remaining meat and bones and froze them, which I can later use for treats and or to make a bone broth. And although I cut up about 1,200 grams of turkey breast, I'm only using 300 grams, which is roughly 600 calories. Side note, while dogs can process and digest raw food, it can be very dangerous to feed them it often, especially during the health crisis the world is currently in. It's very easy for there to be cross-contamination, and with weakened immune systems, it makes possible diseases much more deadly if caught. In other words, don't just do what I just did in the video. You're going to want to get a medium to large size pan and bring 4 cups of water to a boil. While that's boiling, cut up 1 medium sweet potato. This recipe used 240 grams of sweet potato, which is about 240 calories. Sweet potatoes are excellent sources of vitamin A and vitamin B, which help boost the immune system and metabolism respectively. Their high fiber also aids in digestion and maintains good bowel health. On the same grain, because they're high in fiber, I'm cooking the sweet potatoes first so that they will be fully cooked by the time I add the other ingredients. After about 5 minutes, or when your water starts getting active again, add in your turkey breast. I'm leaving my pot uncovered and on medium heat because I need to cut up the remaining vegetables, which are carrots, green beans, and the nastiest vegetable, baby green peas. I am using 127 calories worth of carrots, 60 calories worth of green beans, and 31 calories of the baby green peas. Once the water starts to boil again, add 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of dillweed, and 1 teaspoon of ginger. The turmeric is really good for arthritis and joint pain. Dillweed helps prevent bloating and cramping, and the ginger is good at coating the stomach to help prevent nausea, inflammation, as well as also acts as an antioxidant. Because I have a 40-ish pound dog, I used ratios that would fit her body size. Definitely talk to your vet to make sure your dog can handle these ingredients, let alone the ratios, and adjust the seasonings to your pet's size accordingly. This next step is very easy. To make the dough, just start with a ratio of 1 cup of whole wheat flour to 1 cup of water, and then add more flour or water if you need it to be less or more sticky respectively. You want to work the dough until it's thin and non-sticky. I'm using whole wheat flour because it contains the entire kernel, so my dog will be getting all of the nutrients the flour has to offer, whereas processed flours remove parts of the seed, leaving just the starchy sugars left to be digested. If your dog has a grain allergy, you can either skip this step entirely or use grain-free flour such as yucca root flour. I'd recommend this one over other grain-free flours like almond and coconut because they can't be replaced with the same 1-to-1 ratio like how yucca root can. They can also make the recipe have a slightly more nutty taste, but I'm sure your dog won't really mind that part. Too much yucca root can induce vomiting, so if you are using this specific flour, I dropped the ratio down to 1/2 yucca root and 1/2 water just to be on the safe side. I would also advise to not give the entire pot pie in one setting, just to be sure your dog can safely handle it. At this point, the broth should have been cooking on medium heat for about 15 minutes. As long as the sweet potato was fully tender, you're ready to make the bowl for the pie. So here I am, just scooping up ingredients and the broth into an oven-safe bowl. I forget the measurement of my dish, but I know I scooped about 1/5 of my ingredients. I'm just scooping up enough to leave 1 inch of space at the top, after slicing down the contents and also adding the broth to it. I want to keep the ratio 60-40 for meat versus veggies, so here I'm just adding more turkey meat, but you can definitely choose how much you want your own dog to have. Next, add 5 teaspoons of natural cranberry juice. Avoid the juices that are mixed with other fruits or have a lot of sugar, as those are very unhealthy and take away from the health benefits cranberries naturally provide, like their antioxidant or immune-boosting properties. Also, preheat the oven to 350 degrees if you haven't done so already. I ended up making too much dough, so I ripped mine in half, punched a few fork holes through it to let it breathe, and flattened to the surface of the bowl. I wrapped up the other half and put it in the freezer. The last step before heating the pie in the oven is to coat the dough in a light layer of olive oil to prevent burning. You want to bake it just until the dough gets light brown. With mine, I feel like there wasn't enough broth, so in the future, I'd either put in more broth when I cook it, or just cook the pie for a shorter amount of time. Luckily, since I still have most of the filling left, I can try again soon, or I can just keep it simple and use the remaining ingredients as a topper. For her dinner tonight, I just gave her about 1/5 of the pie, which is only 200 calories. While I didn't use too many seasonings, I didn't want to upset her stomach, so that's why I didn't give her the entire thing. I also mixed some in with her regular dry food to not shock her system. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye. I'm recording. Hello again. Here I'm just showing what the food looks like a few days later. The dough is still fluffy, the ingredients are still fresh, and my dog still loves to eat it. And I'm about to give her some for her breakfast as a topper. Alright, thank you. Goodbye, guys.